Good morning, and this is the Pissballing About Friday podcast, episode 3.
Episode 3.
With me, Jack, and obviously...
Me. It's me.
It's me! It's a bit chilly one this morning.
It's a bit of a chilly one.
But it's quite refreshing.
Lovely.
Because obviously after you wash all your bits, your head, on your shoulders.
Knees and toes?
Yeah, knees and toes. Eyes, ears, mouth and nose. It's quite nice. It's like getting out of a shower, and if it's hot we have a shower and you come out, I leave a fan on in my room. So when I come in, just stand there butt naked, and the fan just makes me feel extra like cold because I'm still a bit damp, a bit moist.
Moist?
Is this a bit too forward for the first entry?
Especially for the third episode.
First thing in the morning.
A few more episodes later, but hey. So how was your evening?
Yeah, it was nice. I watched She-Hulk, the second episode.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched. You did?
I did.
I'm disappointed
Yeah.
for two things. Definitely disappointed for the length of it. Take away the credits, it was 21 minutes long.
Oh, was it? I didn't
The first episode was 28.
Although it did seem to end quite quickly.
Yeah, it was 20.
I've heard that a few times.
Well, not my monkeys, not my zoo. No, but it was It was 21, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And I sat there watching it, and I just went, hang on a minute. I looked at my girlfriend and went, is that it? And she went, that was a bit quick. I went, oh, sorry about that. But I was very excited because obviously they introduce Abomination.
I did.
And I was like, oh! And my girlfriend just looked at me and went, what are you talking about? And I just went, oh, because we haven't even heard of him, not once. We've not seen him since the first Hulk film.
Yeah.
Oh, and I thought, is it going to be the same actor?
It was, wasn't it?
I said to her, I actually said to my girlfriend after that I would actually look into it, but I didn't.
Sure he is, but
I can't remember if he was British or not.
yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sure it was him. Sure. It's been many moons since I saw it.
But I thought it's quite good because now that's like the plot here. It's like,
But the funny thing is, you've actually reacted the same as Archie did. My son, Archie.
Really?
We were sitting watching it, and he was like, "Oh, that's Abomination," and he was like,
it's like,
and he was like, "Really?"
I was so excited because it was like I forgot about him.
Yeah.
And it was the first thing I should have thought of when they were bringing out a Hulk series. Would be, well, who's Hulk's enemies?
Yeah.
Or who was? I was just like, overwhelmed. Overwhelmed was the word.
Overwhelmed. Okay.
And then, and I went to bed. I was shattered.
Oh, I see. So you didn't manage to squeeze any ghosts in?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I did. I did watch an episode, first episode,
Hopefully it was first.
during my pizza and chips I had last night. Thursday night pizza and chips.
What did you think?
Do you know what? I do like it. It's because it's very...
There's a butt there.
No, there is no... Well, it's not a but it's because I was expecting something else.
Okay.
But I like this. It's kind of like...
Give it a couple of more episodes.
Oh no, I'm good. No, the rule is of 3. So if you're going to watch a new series, you can't just watch one episode and go, well, that's the end of that then. There's the second episode. After the third, that's when you make your decision.
Okay.
Because after the third one, you can say, well, I've seen a bit more of the lore of the series, of what it's about, the universe, the world, and then you can sort of go, do I want to carry watching that? Am I interested? I think so. So it depends, really.
Okay, cool.
But with the Ghost series, because obviously I was only seeing one episode, because I had a different vision of what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's very similar. You watch something that's BBC and you sort of go, I recognise sort of how they the camera shots and not just the cast, but just more of how the plot is.
Yeah.
It's very similar to something else, but it's a completely different story.
Yeah. I get that.
But I was like, this seems familiar. I like this, so it's only going to be good. Does that make sense? So I've watched one episode, and obviously I'll be watching the second and then the third, obviously by Tuesday next week. Because obviously it's for the viewers that don't know, this week coming up is a bank holiday Monday.
Bank holiday Monday.
And for our viewers across the seas, if we have like one or none, that means we get Monday off because the bank are on holiday.
Back on holiday.
That's
so
it.
day off.
Oh, was there a meow schools this morning?
No meow schools.
There actually isn't.
No. Oh.
The local cat is not here.
Oh.
So, but did you go fishing?
No.
And because you were very adamant yesterday,
No.
I'm going fishing, and I think someone has a story about going fishing on the Wednesday, I believe.
Wednesday, what, when I went fishing?
You went fishing.
Yeah, I went fishing to a local club water. I'm not going to mention it because with strict instructions in our memberships not to mention anything.
We're going to call it the pit.
The pit. The pit of despair.
The black hole of Calcutta.
Unbelievable. There are no fish in that pond. Actually, there are. There's lots of big, black, dark shadows floating around, and they look quite big fish. But I think they're plastic, and I think they're on a.
You think they're
And I
plastic?
think they're on a little ratchet system that goes around the pond in a certain
It's not a
way.
fucking carnival,
They're
Lee.
actually not real.
Welcome, step right up and get the imaginary fish. Did you hear any clown music at any point, or circus
Well, I
music?
hope not, because I'd have done a runner.
Clownfish.
No, I don't think there's any real live fish in that pond at all. I think I know of only one person who's ever caught one out there, and funnily enough,
And apparently they
was
caught it.
huge. It was a huge fish. It was 29 pounds. But no, I don't know what else to say about it. Actually, it hurts and pains me to even think about the place. So
Because obviously the voice notes you were sending me
yes, there was a few voice
were
notes
fucking hilarious.
that were quite
Brilliant.
yeah, sort of adamant I wasn't ever going back there again.
Yeah, you did use some explicit language, I'd say. One of the words, my favourite word of all the swear words, which you can all guess what that is, it's obvious to everyone. When someone goes, that's my favourite swear word, you know what it is instantly. You used that a lot. You used that a lot, didn't you,
I
Lee?
did quite a lot. It was strung in there, and there was
You sounded aggressive.
ings and e's. I don't know how to say it, pronounce that really at the end of it as well. So I actually changed the word a few times, moulded it to match how I really felt. I just bit my lip. That was really silly.
When you get angry, you self-harm, I've noticed.
Yeah, I did do a bit. Yeah.
Whether it's biting a nail, biting your lip.
I don't actually mean to do it. But, yeah. So that was a fishing trip. Anyway, this weekend, Jake,
Yes.
I'll get an eye raise from the one listener that we've got. I'm going on a church camp.
We're going on a church camp.
Yeah, I go to church.
You do, on a
Go
Sunday?
to church. Not every Sunday. Well,
Oh, no.
sometimes fishing takes over, but
Yeah, but that's like a religious activity anyway.
yes.
You
exactly.
commit
I praise the great carp in the sky, in the pond.
to the magic
Not the
art.
other pond, because there ain't no carp in there. Yeah, so we're going on a church camp. Me and my boy, actually. I'm going to spend a few days eating.
Yes,
Is
now,
what the itinerary.
yeah, when you told me, and at 7, breakfast, and then at 12. And I was
tea
like,
and cake.
is this just not like diabetes camp or something?
Absolutely, yeah. It's fat camp, but the wrong way round.
Fat
It
camp.
actually makes you fat.
Slim camp. If it's feeling a bit slim and you're feeling a bit healthy,
Yep, come to church camp.
come to church camp. We'll fatten the shit out of you.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Subject to heart attacks is not,
Yeah, not compulsory, but
batteries not included. See in store for details.
yeah, no, it's great. Sit around, lounge around, chatting about anything and eating.
And just
basically.
eating.
Eating. Generally on a Saturday night we have I can't talk properly. We have a curry night,
Yes, you said you have a curry night.
and it's great because it gets cooked on a huge paella pan thing. I know it's huge, it's stupidly big. And it's all this-
Just chucks it all in and,
it's all chucked in there and all bubbling away, and it's great. Yeah, it's great.
well, you're seeing Kumbaya and you get meat thrown at your face. Oh, the chickens. Where are the ladies?
Here we are at the chickens.
And Henrietta is there, as always.
There, yeah, as always. As always, you are a Henrietta chicken.
Chicken
that's
for you,
another
baby.
What, 2 tits John Deacon?
Yeah, one dog, one toe. Oh, one's just jumped in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get away from us.
that one just popped his head up. Look at me.
Oh, well, see you later,
It's-
ladies.
Sorry, girls. Oh, look, they're going away soon. The caravan's there. We'll watch your chickens.
Well, we did mention the other day that we'd ask if we could go and...
The thing is though, when they come back though, the chickens will probably be groomed. I'll make sure I've got shoes on. They're wearing little party hats. So what happened? It was Henrietta's third birthday. And she said it was a clucking idea that we should all have a party.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw a pigeon have a shit. Lovely.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was like a ball.
Don't keep looking up and pointing because you might do it again.
Oh, I have a tendency to walk past the pigeon looking, it's always taking a dump.
Yeah.
Hang
on, don't wrap up yet because I just want to explain this network of poles and things.
Oh, yes.
Because we have all these telegraph poles. I think they're called telegraph poles.
They are
the
technical terms.
And things going all across and crisscross at this point, and generally there's pigeons and all sorts. But occasionally we get the Mission Impossible. What's it called?
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
It just goes across game. All we can do is just go dun 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 dun.
And I'm sure everybody does.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody does that when they see the squirrel bounding along this.
Yeah, literally just bounces across the wire.
We're hoping that one day you'll get to a pigeon sitting halfway along. We just want to know what he's going to do.
Well, no, we saw one on top of. We saw a seagull or something come flying in, didn't we? And it landed on the top, and the it sort of was upside down, going down.
Oh yeah, that's right. Head first downwards.
He was head first downwards down the telegraph pole, and
that's core strength, isn't it? And that's the monkey.
The monkey tree that's dying inside. Lack of monkeys, I'm assuming.
Oh, looks of it. You meant the tail.
Well, actually, no. That one. If you look at where they're dying, they're hanging. It looks like a free bollocked.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, that one does.
It's an alien dick. Alien dick. That's got 3 bell ends.
I think the podcast is just taking
one dump, one turn.
Podcast is taking a bit of a turn.
A turn for we are unsure where it's going.
Morning.
And this could be an audience member. You never know in the future.
Another little park. When I say little, I mean.
Well, it's a plot of. I like that area. That's sort of my.
Is it? See, I like this area. We're opposite here because you're quite in the light.
Very bright. Well, at the moment.
And I'm over here in the dark. Perhaps we should swap and I'll do what you're doing at the weekend and you go to church camp then.
Do you know what? I'll get banned. And they'll go, why? It's like, he dressed up as a Muslim. He offended us. He offended us massively. He just dressed up like a Muslim all weekend and started yelling stuff.
No, they love you.
Would they?
Yeah, they do, because they know. Oh, this is my opportunity to get this in you. They know that Jesus loves you. As he does everyone. Well, the one that is listening to this. Loves you too.
Well, I think that's actually a good way to wrap up. Quite a nice, kind way. So it is so, because you just sort of like, no, it doesn't matter what you are. You're going to be liked. Yeah. Basically.
Right.
But as always, I've been Jack.
And I've been Lee.
It's Lee. And thank you for listening to the Piss Balling About Friday podcast. Have a good Friday.